Looks like you lost another one.
Okay. So, first of all, I'm gonna try and talk as loud as I can. There is people working at a house next to me. They got their music on. I don't know if you can hear that. It usually picks up really good, just my voice, and you can barely hear stuff in the background. But there is still the same things that I've been telling you guys about. It is sunnier here in Florida than it was yesterday. So, yeah. Today is my last day here, so, that will be nice. You won't have all this background noise by tomorrow. But, today I would like to take, I wouldn't say just for, a few guys. I would say, things, saying why a lot of people are busts, because it just seems kind of weird how you can see these players play so well in college and they just don't pan out in the NFL. I think everyone really wonders why, and if you look deep into it, you can realize why. Now, just wanted to get you guys up to date on my new channel, EPA Compilations. It is, well, I wouldn't say new. It's newer. It's just started. But, anyways, you get the point. So, basically what's going to happen is I'm going to be posting on it Monday and Friday, and I'm probably going to be posting on EPA Productions every single day, so you're going to get a double upload on both channels each day. Maybe, or I may just post on EPA Compilations. But I'm planning to mostly post them on both days. So, anyway, as I was saying, these people that you look at do so well in college and then get picked. So weird how they just don't do well in the NFL. I'm about to show you the truth behind how they don't pan out in the NFL. You know, even they surprise themselves on how they can't work in the NFL. Now, I'm going to tell you the difference between college talent and NFL talent. As we all know, college talent, you're playing against non-pros. You look at some of these people, they are still working at McDonald's at the same time as they're doing their football. So, what you're seeing is a bunch of these guys who have been recruited out of high school, and even some walk-ons. Very few of them even make it to college, and even fewer make it to the NFL level. Now, if you watch, college, you obviously know that there's the targeting penalty and all that, and there's not that in the NFL. Well, there's a lot of people who take advantage of that going into the NFL, which is also not protecting the quarterbacks as well. I don't think the NFL will add the targeting penalty to the rule book. I just think that it's kind of a college thing, and that if you think about it, it's kind of just a classic college penalty, and it's going to stay a classic college penalty if you ask me. Sorry, there's background music probably. I'm going to put free YouTube beat on here just because, why not? Hopefully it will cut out all the background pretty well. Anyway, so if you look at it that way, as the targeting penalty is doing something, I guess you could say that. I wouldn't say that it's doing everything. It's not the targeting penalty is the reason why. you've also got to look at coaches, what the coaches are, like an offensive coach or a defensive coach. You know, if you see someone do really well in college, but then they have a defensive coach, and then they get drafted into the NFL, and they got an offensive coach all of a sudden, then you're going like from a really like high defensive player who kind of doesn't care to get the job done to all pressure's on offensive coach. I mean, I don't think that's like a big thing that's ever happened. And then you also got to compare how like I've already said, most of the guys that play college don't even make it to the NFL. So if you think about it that way, then you can look at it and say, oh yeah, well, since these guys don't make it, they just don't play good. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that they could do good in college, but they just decide not to go to the NFL because of the hits. And that's one reason right there. The hits are way harder in the NFL because you're playing against all those pro guys. But the main reason that you're gonna get a bust in the NFL is, well, I guess you could say playbook, but the way I'm going to say it is system. The system is basically their playbook, I guess. How they play, how they run, what type of coach they are, all these things that I've been trying to say this whole time kind of tie into the system. But, like, if you think about it, these people, I'll take the best example in the NFL currently. That would be Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill was at Miami. I'm not going to say Miami was trash. I'm just going to say they were on the lower end of the NFL. Like, it's kind of like those TikTok videos. Tell me how the Dolphins are trash without saying how the Dolphins are trash. Anyways, so basically, like I was saying, the systems are a big part. Ryan Tannehill obviously went to the Titans, we all know, and has done really good there. Now, if you take Marcus Mariota, the person who he replaced, you can look at him doing way better in Las Vegas than he was in Tennessee, which I definitely gotta say, it's kind of like what you're wondering with all these trades is, are they going to fit into that system? Because if you look at it, I guess if you look at it the way I do, you see all these trades. Are you actually going to, I guess, are you actually going to like have them pan out as a good player on your team? Like, as I could say. A lot of people, this doesn't happen as much as wide receivers, because wide receivers has just got to learn to run the routes. But it happens a lot with quarterbacks, and that's why quarterback trading is so risky, is you have to be a really good quarterback to switch, I guess you could say, switch the systems. Like I was saying, the system switching is hard, especially on quarterbacks. Take Tom Brady, for example. He wasn't playing very good at the beginning of the season. Once he got Bruce Arians' playbook down, boom, Super Bowl champion. See, I'm taking all these things and I can tie them to certain things. So don't even tell me that I'm wrong. Anyway, the system is so important. And yeah, I mean, if you think about it, that's pretty much almost all there is to it. If you got a bust, then boom. No, that's not all there is to it. There's also stuff that the players are just, I guess you could say, too soft. If they're too, I guess, we'll use the word just not ready. If they're just not ready, Jamarcus Russell. What? I didn't say anything. Okay. Anyway, if they're just not ready to play, and well, I wouldn't even say Jamarcus Russell was that. I mean, he loved eating. He wouldn't show up to his workouts and stuff, so that's on his part. But like, if you look at him, all of them have some flaw, and for most of them, if they're still playing and you can see potential sometimes, but not a lot, then that means they're in the wrong system. Because you could see Marcus Mariota do super well in some games and suck on the other ones. But then you got Ryan Tannehill, who also would not play good in most of the games, and then play great in some, which is, it's just like, it's showing that they're in the wrong system, and that's a way to know. If you look at guys like Deshaun Watson who are about to be traded, then like always, you're gonna have to think about, that's why he's not, well, other than the fact that the Texans won't cooperate, the reason is that the other teams know all this stuff about the system. Anyway, the problem with Jamarcus Russell is he loved, and I think still does love, eating. So that was his problem, and that ended his career. It could be addiction and all that. Although Josh Gordon is still somehow in the NFL with all of his suspensions and all of his drugs that he's taken. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, I think it's a plus. You think I'm a minus. Looking at the past, I leave that behind us. Sand in the glass, looking at the time on tick tock, baby girl, your time.